Okay, and we are off. All righty. Thanks again, Stacy and Mark, for joining the call with me today. I greatly appreciate it. First
Our
question for
pleasure.
you guys is, can you take me back to the moment that led you guys on your journey with digital marketing and the DG Mastermind?
Oh, with the mastermind.
Mhm.
So we,
Should we go back to the beginning, like why we got started
no,
with
that's
Yeah,
not what,
absolutely.
no,
Absolutely.
that's what he's saying.
no, he said, wait,
Ask.
ask the question again, Alex.
Like I say, we can edit this, so it's no big
Yeah,
deal.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's
That's a
just
good
take me,
thing.
yeah. So take me back to the moment that got you started with digital marketing and then the DG Mastermind.
Okay.
Okay, so when we first got started all the way back with DGC and then what led to mastermind. Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to
Yeah,
answer? Okay.
sure.
So we were looking for a way to bring in more income because Mark was 70.
Mhm.
He turned 70 last May to 2024 and was still working full time and was done, wanted to retire. I am a first grade teacher. I don't make a lot of money to begin with, but I never thought that when I reached this point in my career that we would be worrying about are we going to have enough to retire with. So after having that conversation last a year ago May, we decided to go out on social media and start looking for a way to bring in additional streams of income. We
Mhm.
knew people were doing it. We didn't know what they were doing, but we knew if they could do it, we could do it. So we just started researching, and it took us over a month to find the right thing. We happened to see a post on Facebook from a friend of mine that I've known since I'm 15 years old.
Mhm.
She posted that she was starting in a new online business. So I called her up and she told us a little bit about it. At first, digital marketing was like, whoa, we don't know anything digital. We don't know anything techy. But she explained it's beginner friendly. She explained, that she had been doing this for 2 months as a complete beginner herself, and she had already made over $9,000.
Mhm.
So we were like, okay, tell us more. And
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing started because I had been working for over 50 years.
Mhm.
I joined the Marine Corps when I was 17, got out when I was 21, and had been working like ever since. So here I was at age 70, and I didn't have enough money to retire with.
mhm.
It
It was
was
a really
like it
scary
was a wake
place.
up, it was a big wake up call
Yeah,
for us.
yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah, and I
I,
think you guys are in the same position as a lot of people, right?
Mhm.
And unfortunately, I think, that system has kind of failed a lot of people, right? Because, from conception, it's like you're told, to follow this kind of regimen where it's like you go to school, then you graduate high school, then you go to college, and then you get out, you work a job for, 40 plus years, and then you can retire, right? And at that point of retirement, you can enjoy some of the benefits or fruits of your labor that you've worked so hard to, get to. And then most people, I think nowadays, especially are finding themselves not even to barely afford, basic like utilities, right? You can't
Exactly.
enjoy all those other little things that you had planned on doing. So
Hmm.
it's really sad to see, because I think it's becoming more and more prevalent,
oh,
especially,
it is.
in
It is.
today's
I mean,
time.
Definitely. As we talk to people all the time, and
Mhm.
the amount of people that respond to us who just don't have enough money to retire
mhm.
is it's enormous. I
Yeah.
mean,
Right.
it's so many people out there,
Yeah,
and
definitely. And I
you know,
think you guys are in that unique position, right, where you're able to talk to that demographic, right? Because we see it all the time here too, right? I mean, and I think most of the people that are, in this program are, at that retirement age, some even older. I mean, I talk to people who are in their 80s,
Yeah.
some pushing almost 90 that are just getting started, which is amazing in its own way. But aside from kind of, wanting that time freedom, wanting another income stream, right, to kind of supplement things. Was there anything else that you guys were kind of craving, And I know you guys are a little, which granted, you guys look great for being 70. I would have never guessed at all.
I'm not
Good.
70.
Okay.
I'm 58.
Mark, you look great. You look great.
thanks,
For what I
man.
said, Stacy. But no, it's great.
Yeah, I
So
mean, our vision of retirement is not like collecting things. You know what
Right.
I mean? We don't need
Right.
stuff. We have 7 kids, 2 grandkids. Our vision of retirement is just being able to create memories with our kids,
Yeah, absolutely.
create experiences with our kids, and just being able to do whatever we want, whenever we want, without having to worry about how the hell we're going to pay for it or if
Exactly.
time to do it.
Hmm.
Exactly.
We're
So,
both very active and we like to travel. We like to do certain things.
mhm.
And, if we kept doing what we were doing, we were never going to get there. So,
Right, right. So, aside from wanting, like I said, the income stream, time freedom, anything else that you guys were kind of craving or still craving as far as like maybe impact or stability or even freedom?
Oh, yes, of course, of course. Well, that was one of the things that we absolutely loved about this program is that not only is it bringing in the income that we need, but we're able to then change other people's lives. We're able to impact other families because what we've discovered, Alex, is we go live every day and we've talked to thousands of people at this point, and we are amazed by the amount of people that are so desperate to get out of their financial situation that they're in. So many of them in our age group or older, like you said. And so the fact that we can offer something to other people and know that what we are giving them is the opportunity to learn this skill and be able to pull themselves out of this stuckness, for lack of a better word.
Mhm.
So, no, and we've also made some great friends through it,
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, it's been amazing, actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's one of I think that's one of like the biggest perks, right? Especially of being part of this is like the community that is surrounded with it and that comes with it, right? Because
yes,
I think everyone in there, it's just like-minded people, right? Like yourself, right? So
Mhm.
mhm,
it's kind of one of those things where any directions you turn, or if you have a question, right, you know that there'll be somebody there to answer, help,
Yeah,
absolutely.
right? Because
exactly.
we're all
It's
on that
funny.
journey together, essentially.
Yeah.
It's funny, Alex, because when we talk to potential customers,
Mhm.
and we talk about the community and how incredibly supportive everybody is of one another and how there's no financial interest in anybody else, that we just literally are there to learn from each other and be around like-minded people, like you said. And it isn't until people actually come in and they're in the community that they come back to us and say, God,
Yeah.
you guys were not kidding. You were not kidding.
It's hard. It's really hard to like explain to people what it's like being part of this community.
Mhm.
Obviously they don't understand. They think
Right.
it's, you
And
know,
and I
until they
think,
until they actually get involved in the
Experience it.
business and
Yeah.
and and see it for themselves.
yeah.
Right.
And I think at the end of the day, I think that's what keeps people in it so long too, is right. They just kind of want a sense of like belonging, right? And I
Right.
think that's how most humans work, right? It's just
Hmm.
without community, we really aren't anything. So, yeah.
Right.
Right.
So who would you say that you guys are building this for really?
Well, we're trying to build our form of a legacy, and it's not necessarily a monetary legacy. It's a legacy of experiences and memories that our family will have long after we're gone.
Mhm.
That's really to us, like Mark was saying, it's not about things. We don't need any more things. We want to create those experiences without the burden of finances, without the burden of time. And just, we talk about this all the time, like to be able to call up our kids and be like, listen, take this week off. We're taking you guys to, whatever, the
Mhm.
Caribbean for a week, and
Yeah, the Outer Banks.
yeah, or
Okay,
the
nice.
bag.
That's
Uh,
that's one of our goals.
Yeah.
yeah,
I guess that is a thing, but
Uh-huh.
it's to just be able to give all the kids fair warning, take this week or these 10 days off, you
or
know,
2 weeks.
or whatever, because we're
Yeah.
going to the Outer Banks and we're gonna rent a 8 bedroom house
Yeah,
on the water and it's gonna be free of charge. You guys don't have to pay for a damn thing.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that. I
Honestly,
love that.
that's like in my mind. It's like
Right.
It's
how
been
great that would be.
right.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
because at that point, right, it's not even about like what you can be doing for yourself. It's like, what can I be doing for like others and how can I make like them happy? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right,
So,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
yeah, no, I
And
love that.
we talk to our customers all the time about how we want them to make a ton of money. Like we take it very personally when somebody comes into the business because of something that we said or did. Like they're our babies, and we
Absolutely.
want to, really pour into them and set them up for success in the best way that we can and cheer them on and all of that. We
Yeah.
take it really very personally and they're never alone.
Yeah, definitely. No, absolutely, as you should, right? You just, yeah, that's all you want for them is to succeed in the end, you know? So, what would you say is different about you guys now compared to when you had first joined like DGC and the Mastermind?
Well, first of all, it has
Our,
brought
our belief system has grown exponentially.
right.
I mean, it really has. The more we learn, we've been doing this for about a year now, and the more we learn about the business itself, about the community, it's just raised our belief system. Everybody when they start doing this, there's obviously doubt. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
There's something in their head saying,
Skepticism.
yeah,
Yeah.
skepticism. But our belief system has grown so much over the last year.
Well, especially after the mastermind in
Yeah.
Kansas,
Yeah. I mean, when we were in the master, when we went we went to Wichita last, whenever it was,
March.
Mhm.
March, and just seeing the people there and, people from every walk of life. I mean, there were, I don't know, just people from different backgrounds, um, different
Countries.
political beliefs,
Yeah.
different,
Oh, yeah.
different, different lots of stuff, and everybody was there pretty much for the same reason. They wanted to learn as much as they could. They wanted to be around other people who were doing the same thing that they were doing. So, to tell you why we got into Mastermind was to make more money. We knew there was, we know you have to make investments in yourselves. We know we know we're not going to spend 900 bucks and become trillionaires. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? There's growth. You have to have growth. And
Absolutely.
sometimes growth is going to cost you a little money, but in the end, I mean, that experience for us, for me especially, was like I was blown away.
Hmm.
No, I
Yeah.
love
And,
that.
and Mike and Michelle,
Oh my God.
everything that we thought we knew about them
Yeah.
was just
Was
they're
there on full display.
yeah, yeah.
It really was.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
you can just tell they care.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
they really and truly care, which is kind of rare in this world. But
Hmm.
Definitely. I've known Mike and Michelle for over 15 years now, right? And they've been like this since I've met them, right? And so this was, and I've seen, the ups and downs, the highs and lows, kind of throughout this whole journey in it, getting to this point. And it's really amazing to see because, they're two of the most giving people that I know personally,
Hmm.
right? And like you said, that's kind of hard and rare to come by nowadays, especially, right?
Absolutely.
Because they're constantly like, how can we help others or like putting their needs before theirs. So it's like, how do we get them, to reach their goals, right? Because essentially when they
yep,
reach theirs, we can reach ours, right? So it's kind of this little yin
exactly.
yang thing. But yeah, it's just like I said, I've known them so long, and that's all that I've ever
I mean,
known them to
the
be.
amount of work that they put in is just phenomenal. I
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't think people
they
realize.
like I don't know. Michelle just doesn't seem like she gets tired. I mean,
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
maybe that's why she went away for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
really,
it's
she deserves it.
definitely a much
Anybody
needed.
deserves it, it's her and
Yeah,
Mike.
Yeah.
no, she's great. Yeah. Like I said, they're going crazy right now. And even in Greece, they're working their tails off, which is, it's like just
I'm
relax, just
sure.
have fun, it'll be here when you get back. But no, yeah, you couldn't ask for two better people kind of at the forefront to kind of lead and learn from. So
Hmm.
yeah, you guys are in a really good position with them as well. So is there anything, that you're most proud of accomplishing so far, or even a few things?
Yeah, I think doing this together has been really rewarding for us. I mean, sometimes we want to strangle each other, but for the most part, um, I think I
Mostly, she wants to strangle me.
uh, truth, but
Truth,
um,
truth be told,
but
that's the deal.
this has brought a level of excitement into our home and into our relationship, and something that we're a goal that we're working on together. We set our goals together every month, and it's, that's been a whole new, we've been married forever, and this is like a whole new thing for us, you know?
And we feed off each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
know,
absolutely.
we really do. Like,
Like I feel like our brand is the fact that we're together doing this, that's a big part of who we are.
Definitely.
So, it's been really rewarding for us and
Yeah.
exciting. We talk about that too. Like it's just brought this level of like we say this to people all the time, like, when was the last time you were really excited about something?
Hmm.
Because we're really excited about this every day. I
Yeah.
mean, like you said, it's like
yeah,
this, but
there are ups and downs,
it's
but we know in the long run we're going to be just fine.
yeah,
Right.
We
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
we know that 1000%.
yeah.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
just got to keep, just got to
and
keep.
that's all it is really is just having that mindset, just
Consistency,
to keep going.
consistency.
Yes, exactly,
It's
exactly.
huge.
So that'll kind of segue into this next question, when we talk about mindset, and how important it is not only in just everyday life, but also in business. Was there a mindset that kind of helped you guys get through the kind of day-to-day grind or just kind of helped you?
Yeah, we made this commitment,
Mhm.
and we have our non-negotiables, right? Like we go live every single day. It's non-negotiable. Um, and we do trainings, and we do, we are plugged
Yeah.
in every single day to this business. And it's particularly easier right now because I'm a teacher and I'm off for the summer. So, Mark's retired. Mark was able to retire.
Yes,
And
congrats. It's awesome.
Yeah, that was big time awesome.
yeah. And
But the mindset carries over into our personal life also.
Mhm.
mhm.
You know what I mean? I've always been, I don't know, I like watching motivational videos. I like listening to motivational speakers. And, some of it sticks and some of it I have to keep doing over and over. But we try to keep that what we learned, through the business, carry that over into our personal lives so we just have better days. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Things just improve. They really do. If you remind yourself, like if I'm doing something stupid, I try to catch myself. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And only because, this business has taught us so much and the mindset training and everybody talking and just cheering each other on is huge.
Yeah. And I also, in the mastermind, which sets us apart from the bigger community, is how Michelle and Mike talk about you're trying to be in that like top 1%
Mhm.
of people in the country, in the world, And so you have to think like that. You have to think like a CEO. You have to think like, a leader.
Hmm.
And their training has been so impactful that way, just getting our heads on straight. Because sometimes you can lose sight of it a little bit
Oh,
and
absolutely.
have a little
Yeah.
pity party here and there, you
Yeah,
know?
definitely. I go through a wide range of emotions, me personally, through the day. So, and I know it's like that for everyone, but it's like, it's like, oh man, like, why isn't this working? So, or it's like, and then you'll have huge successes. So it's like I said, it's like a roller coaster, but
It is.
the
It
Yeah,
biggest
is.
it
thing is
really
is
is.
just it's like you said, there's those non-negotiables, but there's also like, hey, I like it's having that mindset of like wanting to hit those goals, no matter what may interfere throughout the day or weeks and months. So it's just right, just being straight with it, staying consistent.
Yeah.
Um, so
It's not always easy.
yeah, no, it's not. It's not.
It's
It's
not always
right, and
easy.
we
I
can
mean, we
preach
had,
about it all day, but to actually do it, it is very challenging.
yeah, you have to,
Um,
It's got to
And,
be.
and
It's
that's one thing as well, like you guys had said, it kind of carries over like what you learn into your personal lives. And that's another huge thing with this too, because I tell people all the time too, it's like even if you don't make any money doing this, right? It's like you've already gained some type of skills online, right? Whether it be with the tech or the mindset. So it's like if you don't do anything with this, it's like those skills can carry over into what you want to do next. It's not
Mhm.
like, right, you just get in it and then it's like, oh, well, I didn't get anything out of it, right? You
Right.
get something
Everybody
from
gets something out of it for sure. Yeah.
it. So let's fast forward a little bit. Let's say you guys are making the type of money you want to make. Your business is where you want it to be. What does your guys' dream life look like a year from now?
I'm retired as well because, you know, realistically speaking, we're not getting any younger. I never really thought about when I would retire when I was younger. Now that I'm going to be 59 this year, Mark is 71. He's retired. I want to be able to spend my retirement with my husband.
Mhm.
And so the goal, hopefully in a year or so, is for both of us to be retired, to be not worrying at all about money, not worrying at all about time, and um, just living
yeah,
our best life.
just having. It sounds like stupid, but just freedom.
Yeah, freedom.
You
Exactly.
know,
Freedom.
that's we just want freedom.
You
Yeah,
know,
no, it doesn't
we've
sound
worked
dumb at
the
all.
years.
Yeah, yeah,
We've worked the years, we've raised the family, we've done all the things,
Yeah,
and it's like time now,
yep, exactly.
And
yeah.
that's the gift of this business. If you stay with it and you're consistent and you're committed and you're coachable, anybody can really do this. It's all up to us. So um
I'd like to be able to go south for a couple months in the winter. You
That'd be
know,
nice. Yeah, same here.
We left Connecticut in 2018 and
Oh, wow.
we moved to Florida.
Uh-huh.
We were there for 3 years, and it was poor timing, obviously, because COVID hit.
Right.
But we couldn't see anybody. No, nobody
Uh-huh.
could travel. So we couldn't see our kids, couldn't see our grandkids. It was just bad timing.
Mhm.
But we left Connecticut because I honestly have a disdain for cold weather.
Yeah.
I honestly do. I absolutely hate it.
Uh-huh.
If we can get out of here, if Stacy can retire and we can get out of here for a month during the winter, or maybe a week here, a week there, that would make a huge difference in my life.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I love
Stacy wasn't a big fan of Florida.
no.
I
that.
loved it. We lived in a community with two golf courses. I was like
Oh, okay, yeah.
it was
Yeah.
wonderful.
See, I complain when it's too hot and I
Me
complain
too.
when it's too cold, so I don't really know where I fit. Like,
San Diego.
perfect weather, yeah. Give me like a 7 degree, like 80 max, and I'm good. I can put up with the heat, right? But like I said, I don't know. I just don't think I can be happy in either way. So I don't know.
Either extreme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I'm figuring it out. So what do you think it would mean not only to you guys, but your family, your future, your legacy when you actually pull this off and hit those goals?
I didn't. When do we think that's going to happen?
No, what it's going to feel like?
Yeah. And what would it mean to you guys?
Well, it would mean that it would mean so much. It's so much bigger than the financial gain.
Mhm.
The fact that we started this with zero knowledge, the fact that we knew absolutely nothing about social media, technology, digital marketing, how to make money online, we knew nothing. We started at zero. And the fact that we were able to reach those goals that we set from a complete beginner, that we plugged in, that we followed the blueprint. We were very coachable, very committed, and extremely consistent. an enormous amount of pride, an enormous amount of pride, um,
Yeah.
and and just I think will exponentially
You-
push us forward to in our belief that will come through to other people. I mean, you know, we have had success. We've had really good success. Um, but I think as that grows and as as the journey plays out,
Mhm.
it will resonate with a lot more people.
I mean, we still have worries.
Mhm.
April and May were big months for us, and June wasn't so good, and July hasn't been so good, but
All
it.
right, but you remember this is being recorded for us to you, right? So
Yeah, just
that's
edit that part. No, I'm being honest with you.
yeah.
No, and that's okay. Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it we have to remind ourselves every day. Like today is going to be the day. Today is going to be the day. Today
Mhm.
is going to be the day. And we just have to keep working towards it and knowing that it's going to happen.
Yeah,
Right.
I
absolutely.
mean,
Because,
that's huge.
yeah. And I think here's the thing with this too, right? It's like a lot of people quit, unfortunately, because they will see some big successes, right? And then there will be weeks, maybe even months where you don't see anything. Right?
Hmm.
But that's the difference like between being like successful and like not successful. It's like pushing through those months where you don't do anything but still putting in the work and in the time.
Hmm.
Yep.
So it's one of those things where it's like these little small consistent steps lead to like huge, explosive successes, right? But it's like, are you gonna quit and give up when like the going gets tough, or are you just gonna put your head down and keep working through it? Right.
That's right.
So
That
for a
Quitting,
lot of
that's what
people,
separates people.
yeah, quitting
right,
to us is not an option.
Yeah.
right. And that's good. And that's the mindset
Not
you
an
should be
option.
having. So
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Because
guys are on
why,
the
what
right.
would I do? Would I go to try to start some other thing brand new? Hell no. We know a lot about this business and we know
Excuse me.
and we know it works for a lot of people and we know we're going to get there. So,
It's working for us.
I mean,
Right.
the thing is I retired and we relied on my income, you know what I mean? When I was making money, but I retired at age 70 and there's no option for us. There's no we this is going to work.
Hmm.
Period.
It is working.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
But we're going to reach our ultimate goals. Yes.
I love it. I love it. So, what advice would you give to someone who was maybe in the same position as you once, or even scared to start with something like this? What advice would you give that person?
This is what I say all the time. It is uncomfortable and a little scary to get out of your comfort zone, to learn something new, especially when you're our age, right? But here's what's scarier and way more uncomfortable. Never being able to retire,
Mhm.
or if by some miracle being able to retire and just existing in retirement, just sitting on the couch and paying bills and withering away. That notion is way scarier and more uncomfortable than trying something new, being open to learning a new skill and getting out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Yes. No, I love it. Great advice. Great advice.
I mean, some people see this, some people don't.
Mhm.
Uh,
We don't
we
understand the
don't.
people that don't, quite frankly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. It's like if this isn't for you, then okay.
Yeah, no,
Like that's it.
you're saving us
Yeah, there's
time.
no point in wasting any more of your time. Yeah.
No,
Right.
exactly, absolutely.
So, last
So
question.
it's just getting people to take that first step.
Right.
You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Take that first step. If you're really looking to make some money online, take the first step. Just get the information.
Mhm.
Just get the damn information.
Mhm.
Right.
How can you? But I think there's so many people who say they want to make money online, but they never, ever, ever even put, a toe in the water.
Right.
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 And that's them, that's their mindset, and that's you're not going to change that. You know what I mean? No
Exactly.
matter how smart you are, how good a talker you are, you're not going to change people.
But we don't
So
want to convince anybody
no,
anyway.
Right.
the key is finding the right people.
Right.
Exactly.
Key
Yeah,
is
that's all it
the
is.
key.
It's a numbers game, right? The people who hear the information and want to take action with it will, and the people who don't. won't. So,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
yeah, so it's that simple. So, last question for you guys. What do you now know is possible?
Well, we know that we can build a business together. We know that we can reach the goals that we've set for ourselves as long as we stay consistent, um, as long as we stay in touch with the mentoring, the coaching, we stay positive even when it's hard. Um, we know we're going to get there. And the sky's the limit with this business. So, we tell people all the time, you can mold this business into whatever you want it to be. You want to make an extra $100 a week? You can do that. You want to make an extra $100 a day? You can do that. You want to make an extra $900 a day? You can do that. It's all up to us. Nobody's going to work harder for us than us. And we love the fact that it's
Yeah,
only up to
it's
us,
ours. Yeah.
So, um,
Yeah, it's up to us to just keep doing what we're doing, and we know it's going to work.
yeah,
We're going to make it work. Period.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that. And like I said, like you guys have already seen some success, and I'm excited for, that moment when it's like just so much success, like you don't even know what to do with it, right? And
Yeah,
it's like,
I'm excited for
one of
that
those
too,
things.
Alex.
Yeah. So
yeah,
hopefully, when that time comes, we can get back on one of these and you can kind of explain to us like how you guys did it and what
Yes,
changed. So
would love to.
yeah,
yeah.
I'm so
That'd
excited
be
for you
That
awesome.
would
guys'
be our
journey.
pleasure.
Yeah,
I'm
let's do that
excited.
soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do
yeah,
that
yeah,
really.
let's do it.
Can you schedule that for next week?
Yeah. I'm super excited for you guys' journey. You guys are in a really good position. You guys are doing great, doing all the right things, right? So just as long as you guys are staying consistent, then there's really, that's my biggest piece of advice. There's anything really else that I could tell you.
Thanks,
No
Alex.
magic, Billy.
So, no, you guys were great though. I enjoyed talking with you guys. Thanks for taking the time today. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. So thank you guys, and I
All
hope you
right,
guys have a
Alex.
great
Thanks. Very nice meeting you.
day as well. Bye
All
bye.
right,
Thanks,
take
man.
care.